Which is brought to you by 3TV. I'm Ashley Goebel from the Arizona Humane Society. Thanks so much for joining us today. We have several adoptable pets for you to meet, including Shadow, who lives up to his name. He'll never leave your side. He's the perfect tag-along buddy for slow-paced walks, and we'll tell you more about this Cocker Spaniel during our Breed of the Week. And later on the show, meet a cat who fell into an empty swimming pool and was rescued by our emergency animal medical technicians. Also on the show, we have several young puppies looking for a home. We'll tell you some basic tips and training techniques so your puppy can perform the sit command. But first, I want you to meet my co-host here. This is Maddox, and as you'd expect from a 5-month-old, he's this orange tabby spends most of his days ricocheting around the house and chasing toys. The little fuzzy mice is perhaps his most favorite toy, and he wrestles with it and carries it around, and carries it around around the house by his tail, even sleeps with it. Perhaps his greatest trait, though, is his purr. He's just got this thundering purr, and he'll cozy up with you on the couch and purr in your arms while you're watching your favorite show. He does good with dogs and cats and kids. He's just very rambunctious and spunky, so come down to the Arizona Humane Society Sunny Slope campus to meet him today. Now let's meet a few of the other adoptable pets, starting with Stella, who was just a few weeks old when she was found by the maintenance team at the Cardinals Stadium, and this little lynx point spent about a month in a foster home.
She did. She was brought in as a stray, as you mentioned, and thanks to our foster program, she was sent into a foster home where she was just needed to have a little bit of socialization and also a little bit of weight gain. Now, one of the things that makes her absolutely adorable, besides her cute little face, she loves her basket, and I believe the basket's going to go with her. So if you want to, I think even when she gets older, she's going to insist that she fits in this basket and this blanket. You know, cats will fit in anything that they're comfortable in, but she is just one of over 600 animals that have gone through our foster program in the last 3 months. So, you know, our foster force, our volunteer force are very, very much love to get animals in a foster, expands the walls of the shelter so that sometimes for injured animals or for strays who just need weight gain or medical reasons. And if you are thinking about becoming a foster hero, our next orientation is February 25th from 10 to noon at our Sunny Slope campus, and you can register at azhumane.org, or you can come get little Stella today.
Well, as a dog owner, one of the most important things you can do is invest a little time into training your pup to be a really well-mannered canine citizen. And Perry, who is hanging out with this brilliantly smart Australian cattle dog, or Queensland heeler, her name's Abby. Perry, give us some tips on how to teach the sit command.
Ashley, you know, first of all, there's no truth to the old adage, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach them tricks at any age, but when you do have a puppy, you might as well start at this age because it's a great time for them, and they'll catch on even faster. So one of the things you need to do, we always subscribe to the method of positive reinforcement, which means you give them rewards or treats for the good things that they do, and then when they don't do a good thing, they do a bad thing. You really don't do anything. You don't discipline them, you just don't give them a good thing. So little Abby here, I'm going to teach her how to sit real fast, and she's a pretty crazy one. She's 4 months old. Can you sit, Abby? Can you sit? Can you sit? Can you sit, Abby? Sit. One more. Come on. Come on. Abby. Can you sit? She lays. How's that?
Maybe needs a little more work.
She was doing it perfectly before we went on the air, Ashley. Seriously.
Brush up on her studies.
Yeah. So anyway, the idea is to give them a treat when they do something good, and you can see at least when she lays, she now knows that she gets a treat when she lays down, and she now is but better for us right here. You know, we make it easy for you after you adopt. We do actually have follow-up training classes, and I think we have a little bit of a font to show you right now. So just go to our website, azhumane.org/dog training, read all about it. We have classes at our Sunny Slope and our Campus for Compassion facilities. They are fairly inexpensive, and you adopt, they're even cheaper than that because we give you a discount. And it's a clean, safe facility, taught by professional dog trainers. It's a great way. This little gal here, what a gorgeous little cattle dog. They are full of activity. This is a dog that definitely needs some physical and mental stimulation, so consider it for if you adopt Abby here.
Well, Mittens was extremely matted after living as a stray, but thanks to volunteer groomer Lisa, the Persian was given a nice hairdo. Soon after, our team found that Mittens had a microchip, so we called her owner, who was so relieved and said that she had spent the last several weeks searching the neighborhood for her beloved kitty cat. It It was a very sweet reunite, and Mittens is back home safely. You know, 1 in 3 pets will go missing at some point in their lifetime, but microchipping your pet can greatly increase the chances of seeing your furry friend again. Both of the Arizona Humane Society's veterinary clinics offer microchips for just $35. It's quick and a very easy procedure. It takes only a few minutes and serves as a permanent form of ID and could be your pet's ticket back home. Now, life on the streets can be hard for a young kitten, and so it was with Curtis. Lisa, this little kitty was found by a little girl in a park on Glendale and 23rd Avenue.
Curtis is 5 months old, and Tegan here, my junior cat and dog handler, is helping me show today that Curtis loves children. Walked right up to some kids, a little girl on the playground who promptly drugged Curtis home to her mother, and her mother was not quite as happy with the surprise of the cat. They weren't able to find Curtis's owner, so he is now with us to try to find a home. Black cats are often overlooked at our shelters and sometimes remain even on our adoption floor longer than other cats of other colors. Curtis here is a cuddler, good with cats, kids, and also doesn't seem to be afraid of dogs. But here is another one of our longtime residents that we're showing, Velvet. Velvet's available at our Petite Biltmore. Velvet, just like her name encourages, she is very soft. And Jack there, beautiful cheeks, loves to have his cheeks scratched. He is also at the Petite Biltmore. Both of those 2 black cats have also been waiting longer than normal to be adopted. So if you're thinking of adopting a black cat, whether it's Curtis, Velvet, or the other kitty there at the Biltmore, Curtis will be available at our Compassion with Fashion, and the other 2 are, not Compassion with Fashion, the South Mountain campus, and the other 2 are available at the Biltmore.
Well, Scrappy and Amber are up next, and these 2 canines have a love story that's right on par with Lady and the Tramp, just in time for Valentine's Day. Perry, tell us about these 2 lovebirds.
Well, 2 is better than 1 in a lot of cases, particularly with buddy systems like this right here. And these 2 are a great fit here. Scrappy, the big male right here, he gets a little anxious when he's not around his little girlfriend here, Amber. And Amber just isn't quite as confident as she needs to be, but that confidence kind of builds up a little bit when she's around Scrappy. So it's kind of a great mix, actually. They go to the vet together. They sleep together. We see them everywhere together. And you can see he's going to give them some kisses right now, too, just right on cue. So they are a great pairing. We have a lot of times people, they want 2 dogs. They don't know exactly what to do. They adopt one, they adopt another one. We know these 2 get along together. You kind of have the big dog, small dog combo. It's a great match, and for Valentine's Day coming up, what could be a better match than having 2 doggies like this? You have a male and a female, big, small, everything you always wanted, and a very, very sweet doggie. Come on down and check out Scrappy and Amber.
They are an adorable duo. Thanks, Perry. Well, it's only February, and across the valley are beginning to see puppy arrivals. The season is starting a little early this year, it seems, and Ski, there's a lot of puppy love to go around.
There is, and these 3 9-week-old puppies are just the beginning of the puppy season that's going to be happening. As many of you know, Arizona Humane Society partners with Maricopa County Animal Control through the New Hope program and with other animal organizations throughout the valley through the Project Reach Out to transfer pets in from organizations who may not have the resources to be able to care for them properly. Last year, we gave a second chance to more than 400 animals through Project New Hope and through the Reach Out program. These are just 3 through the Reach Out program that have come to us. Now, these guys are fun to watch. They love to wrestle and challenge each other. And like Perry said, puppy training requires training on the owner's part and the puppy's part. They're going to need some basic obedience. They're going to be big. They're going to be furry. They're going to need to learn how to be groomed. They're going to need a lot of space, but they certainly are going to fill someone's heart with lots of love. So come on down and get these guys today.
Oh, they just make my heart melt. How cute they are.